In this video, I'm sharing with you 6 things you must do if you want to make sure that you're getting your finances prepared for the coming year. If that sounds like something that will help you, you definitely want to stick around and watch this video. Otherwise, it's okay, you can click off and all the best of your finances in the coming year. Hello and welcome to my channel. If this is the first time you are seeing this beautiful face, my name is Antwiwaa and I hope you do enjoy this video. And if you're not new to the channel, welcome back. You know that this is not our usual setting. I'm out on the beach somewhere having a good time, but that is not why we're here. If you're interested in that, you definitely want to stick around for upcoming vlogs. But for this particular video, I felt the need to film it because I think that is something that we all have to do, or we all must do, if you want to have a better financial year. You want to do better and excel in your finances, whatever excel means to you in the coming year. You definitely want to do this in order to wrap up your year and start the year right. And talking about wrapping up your year, it doesn't matter when you see this video, even though ideally, before I even continue, I would like to say that I'm outside, I'm not indoors, so I can't necessarily control the amount of noise around me. So if you hear people chatting, I don't know why this guy is talking on the phone so loudly. But yeah, if you hear conversations, the roaring waves or some wind, please excuse that. I'm not indoors, I'm outdoors. So why are these crows? Why? Anyway, so I was saying that it doesn't matter whatever point or whatever time. It doesn't matter what time of the year you see this video. Ideally, I would have loved for you to see this video right at the end of the year or just at the beginning of the year, but it's never too late to implement these things and kind of bring your finances into perspective. So without wasting any more time, let's get into the 6 things I believe you must do in order to prepare your finances for the new year. Okay, so starting off, the very first thing you want to do is to review your finances for the past year or the about to be past year. How much did you make? How much did you spend? Were you able to invest? How much did you save? All of that stuff. So if you have a tracker, this is the best time to kind of have an overview of what monies were coming in monthly, quarterly, and I believe this step will give you an overview of what your finances were like in the year. If you're not able to get access to this information, this may be your cue to start tracking your expenses. You can do it manually in a notebook or in your notes app on your phone, or you can get a tracking app. There's so many of them on the App Store. You can just do a little bit of research and find one that perfectly works for you, or also go ahead and use the Excel sheet route. And make sure to track my expenses because I believe that it is very crucial, and I think that if you're not doing that, this is definitely something you should start doing in the new year. But if you're doing that, take some time of going into the new year to review expenses and have a general overview of how you did financially in the past year. Number 2 is calculate your net worth. And I'm sure you're like, why is that important? I'll tell you why. So aside having an overview of how you did financially in the past year, it is very important to also know where you are in terms of your finances. And your net worth will definitely give you a great idea of exactly where you are on your financial journey. So how do you calculate your net worth? You pretty much bring every amount of money you have together, so whatever amount of money you have in the bank or in savings, and all the investment you have. It could be from stocks to buildings to gadgets if they're investments, gold. You bring all those things together, kind of like sum the value of all these things, and that will give you a fair idea of what your net worth is. I know that a bunch of us like to go into Google and find out Jeff Bezos' net worth or Elon Musk's net worth. What is your net worth? And don't forget that in calculating your net worth, you also want to take out any debts that you may have, because that would take away from whatever figure is. And honestly, no pressure here. You don't have to be at a certain net worth in, maybe I'd say a 25 or 30 or 35. That's definitely not the point of this video. Once you find out your net worth, are you on the right path? Are you hitting your financial aspirations or not? That's step 2. The next thing you want to do is to set your intentions for the coming year with regards to your finances. What does success look like to you financially, or what will it mean for you to be excelling in your finances? For one person, having $100,000 in the bank is enough for them and they'll be genuinely fulfilled. For another person, they want to own 3 houses, a car, stocks, all of that. So what does success look like for you? And it's very important that you don't define success based on what society defines success as. So society says that someone who's rich has to have a vacation home, that, and those things are not important to you. That's not success for you, and don't feel like you have to have all those things, or you have to aspire to want to get all those things in order to be successful. I feel like I'm saying this too many times, but I have to hammer on it one more time that it's very important that you define what success will look like for you in the coming year. And I'm also going to say that it's going to be very helpful if you can quantify it. So you don't just leave it at I want to make more money. That may be what success may look like for you, but quantifying it will prepare your mind to plan or to be able to come up with ways to reach that goal. Ignore these crows, they're getting on my nerves, God. I'm filming this video for 2022, so by 31st December 2022, I want to have invested 50,000 cedis. Once you're done with that, you want to come up with a plan to achieve those goals or success intentions that you have for your life. And it is very important in anything you do in life to plan. I mean, sometimes spontaneity is good, but I don't think you want to be spontaneous with your finances, do you? Hopefully not. So try as much as possible to come up with a plan. It doesn't necessarily have to be an in-depth plan because you probably don't have it all figured out. But say if you want to double your income by the end of the year, you would want to have a plan on how you're going to achieve that. You don't just say I'm going to double or triple my income by the end of the new year. How are you going to do that? Are you going to start new side hustles? Are you going to switch jobs? You cannot just wish extra money into your life. Yes, law of attraction. Yes, I believe in God. I know that with God everything is possible. But I also know that he who fails to plan plans to fail. So make sure that you have a plan that will help you achieve all the financial goals that you have for the coming year. And also, talking about goals, I feel like a good number of us can get a bit ambitious and set unrealistic goals. So I'm not saying, be humble about it, but also don't set goals that are not attainable, far from being attainable, so far that your brain doesn't even begin to want to achieve those goals. Because from my experience from setting outrageous goals, realize that if the goal is attainable, your brain sort of helps you to get to that point. But if it is not attainable, it's like, sis, you are on your own on this one. So you don't even get ideas because it's far-fetched, very far-fetched, and you can't even begin to figure out how on earth you're going to achieve that. Then my next tip will be to educate yourself. Going through life without educating yourself don't do that. Make sure that you're always learning something new. You're keeping up with our ever-evolving world in all aspects of your life, whether it be with regards to your career, with regards to your business if you're an entrepreneur, and that is the same for your finances. There's so many things coming up every day. Crypto, that it's an ever-evolving world. So if you want to be on top of your finances, you want to make sure that you're learning the principles that will help you succeed in your quest. You're learning about investment, you're learning about taxes, because a good number of us don't know how taxes work. You want to make sure that you're learning that so that it doesn't come and bite you in the future. You want to make sure that you're just educating yourself, and one way you can do that is by subscribing to this channel. Shameless plug. I share financial lessons I'm learning on my journey to financial freedom. I'm not yet a financial expert. Maybe I'll get a certification, so maybe not, but I'm not a financial expert. I'm simply a girl that is also figuring her finances, and on this channel I share some of the things I'm learning and some of the steps I'm implementing in my life that are helping me out. From time to time I may share some mistakes I made so that you don't have to repeat those financial mistakes. So if that sounds like a good deal to you, you definitely want to consider smashing the subscribe button right there, the red one, or simply tapping on this icon right here and going over to the channel and subscribing to my channel. Give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and happy new year if you're watching this right about when I upload it. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.